This is singer Lizzo, and she recently got on the campaign trail to stomp for Kamala Harris. And she made some interesting comments that we're going to delve into that I find particularly interesting. So without further ado, let's look at those comments and see what Lizzo had to say about her
They
home
say
city
if Kamala
of
wins,
Detroit.
then the
Let's take a
whole
look.
country will be like Detroit. Proud like Detroit. Resilient like Detroit. We're talking about the same Detroit that innovated the auto industry and the music industry. So put some respect on Detroit's name.
Did you hear that? Proud like Detroit. Make music like Detroit. Innovate the auto industry like Detroit. No, look, that's Detroit of the old days before the Democrats got a hold of Detroit. I mean, Detroit would otherwise be a great American city except for the fact that Detroit residents decided to empower Democrats, empower people like Kamala Harris. Now it's the hellhole that we have today. Do they even produce cars in Detroit anymore? I mean, you still have a few auto manufacturers there. But the city itself is in absolute crumbles. I've never been to Detroit, but I mean, I've had family members go to Detroit. Some of them didn't even come back. It's a dangerous, crime-ridden city because of Democratic policies. And I think it's very revealing that a big Lizzo, even though she's lost weight, and we're going to talk about that too, I think it's very interesting that, Lizzo had a rare moment of honesty because if Kamala Harris wins, yes, America will become more crime-ridden like Detroit. We will undergo a housing crisis like they have in Detroit. We will face a number of nigger problems like they have in Detroit. And so that's actually true. But it doesn't surprise me that a liar like Lizzo, and yes, I called her a liar. It doesn't surprise me that a liar like Lizzo would get out here and endorse someone like Kamala Harris, a liar like Lizzo. Lizzo lied about her weight for the longest. For the longest, Lizzo said that she thought that she looked beautiful like this. She was happy at her size at being a 500-pound whale. That's what Lizzo said. But recently, she's lost weight. This is what she looks like now. This is what Lizzo used to look like. This is what she used to look like, big, uncomfortable, depressed. Whenever you get a woman this big, just check her medicine cabinet. She's always prescribed some type of antidepressant. Always, instead of eating less food, these bitches would literally rather take pills every day for depression because they're depressed because they're big. And, men aren't attracted to, not straight men aren't attracted to women who look like this. Or if they do meet a man, he's predatory and he just wants to use her for sex. In very rare circumstances, is a man actually attracted to this. I know a lot of you see my woke dating. I'm like, whoa, well, you go after the big women. Well, I'm one of those rare cases, and we'll talk about that in some other video. But she made all these body positivity is what she called it, body positivity videos, and how you should be happy at being a big size even though it's unhealthy. It doesn't matter. It's fun to be fat is the argument that Lizzo made. All the while she's taking Ozempic, which is a medicine used for diabetic patients. And she took a truckload of Ozempic, and now she's lost weight. Lizzo wasn't this small before. Look at her in this, she looks like a relative. I mean, she's still a little heavy, but she's a relatively healthy size now. She didn't get that through eating hard, through working hard, working out, going to the gym every day. No, she got that through the Ozempic. That's what bitches are doing nowadays. That's what they have this new drug out. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's called Ozempic. They give it to fat women. You can buy it online. And fat women will take Ozempic injections just to lose weight, while at the same time telling you that they're happy while being fat. And they're not, with a lot of these women, they're not going to do anything except gain the weight right back, because when you lose weight like that, through some type of drug or via unnatural means, once you get off of that drug, you're going to not only gain the weight, you're not only going to get back to your previous weight, you're going to be bigger. Okay, that's what they don't understand. That's what's going to happen with Lizzo. But it just goes to show you that Lizzo is willing to cheat her way into weight loss. She's willing to lie to the public and say that she's happy at being 500 pounds when we all know there's no way you look like this. There's no way you look like this, Lizzo, and you're happy. That just doesn't go together. So it's just par for the course that she endorses a liar and a cheater like Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris slept her way to the top. She cheated her way to the vice presidency. She cheated her way to the Democratic nomination. Kamala Harris did not receive a single vote. Kamala Harris didn't receive a single vote to be the Democratic presidential nominee. They kicked Joe Biden out. She cheated her way to the top. She's lied her way to the top. 1 minute she's for fracking, the next minute she's against fracking. So it just goes it's just par for the course that a liar and a cheater like Lizzo would endorse someone like Kamala Harris. Not a surprise at all. And no, Lizzo, regardless of what you say, we don't want this country turning into Detroit. Detroit is an absolute shit show. Nonetheless, let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. And remember to like, subscribe, share, and as always, stay woke.